the top to put on the tarp. We gotta send it.
Full send.
Oh, come on, dig in.
We don't want to carry it.
We gotta bring that tarp up here. All right, here we go. Hold the end of the tarp. Nathan drives. Sidekick. We've come a long ways. Taking the tires off the middle between the wheat silage and the corn silage, and then putting them back on here. We're up quite a ways, but a 60-foot tarp seems to be wide enough. So we still got to fill in this side a little better.
Meet the Peterson family. Our dad, the three Peterson brothers, and our families farm together in central Kansas. Our family farm started in 1882 and has been raising cattle and crops ever since. Please subscribe to this channel and give us a like and a comment if you enjoy the video.
Well, we've waited long enough. Double crop Milo's heading, so we're going to run this another round. There's chances of rain next week. Hopefully we get them, but unless they're surprisingly large amounts, we'll probably just keep this baby running until it's dry.
She hasn't made enough progress, so I'm taking her to the chute. All the other ones are eating. She was trying to push. I have never seen a calf try to stand up that fast. It is not even 2 minutes old, and it's up on its front legs, like front knees.
All right, we got some, got a little shower this morning. I'm going to get the cutter washed up and put it away in the shed. We might not use it for the rest of this year unless a neighbor calls us up and needs something. We've got a good pile. The double crop that we thought about chopping went ahead and put down for hay. So, because we got enough silage. So this guy's done its job, did good. So we're gonna wash it up a little and get it in the shed.
Is that a big loader? That's Uncle Nathan. He's got to fill us and then he'll fill himself. Usually I'm loading, but since it's the first load with Grady here, Nathan's just gonna put this 2 scoops on me. Nathan spreads while I load. We're getting a lot of acres covered with all this stuff. Spreading that out here. Got a good kill on these weeds over here over the summer. Grady's still finishing up his snack.
Kendall and I are spreading the rest of the manure. You can see that's him right there. It's supposed to rain all day tomorrow. We've had a very dry August. I think we had rain that first week of August right after we were wet from July. It's been pretty hot and dry since then. We had like a little 1/4 inch yesterday, but the beans on the hills still look pretty sad today, and I just hope they hang on, can still do something if they get a soaker tomorrow, but we shall see. The lower ground beans still look really good, and if they could get 1.5 inches, I think they could yield really well. But we're getting this done hopefully before it gets muddy. We're over half done. We got some piles left, but
All right, we are each on our last load, and so his load wasn't totally full. His was like 3/4 full. Mine was pretty piddly. It was like 1/3 full. So I'm just gonna clean out what's left in there now. Even after my sorting last fall, I got myself a red calf. First red calf of the year. Dad loaded those bales, but Nathan's gonna unload them. I need to back this manure spreader in. All right, so this cow and her calf that I ended up pulling that calf. It was a pretty easy pull, but I'm gonna run them up to the pear pen. You've graduated, buddy. Bought some heifers out of Harrington. Go on the bottom of this trailer.
Alright, I didn't get any of it filmed because Dad and I were in a hurry. He's trying to get some more bales moved off before it starts raining. We got this river pump pulled and in our little cattle shed. Kendall's getting the cattle fed. I'm gonna go shut down this irrigation pump because they say it's gonna rain. Hey, he keeps shutting this gate every day, then I gotta open it. This irrigation up here has been running for 5 days straight. I changed the oil and then I fired it back up again and it went a circle and a half. So you can see that area we call the slough. We pumped it out the first go round. You know, now this is shrinking. We're almost to the end of the suction pipe, so before we start it up again, we'll move it down farther into the water, unless it rains enough to bring the water level back up. So we're gonna shut it off and it'll have a couple hours to soak in before it's supposed to be a slow rain, but we waited the longest we could to start pumping on this Milo, so it'll still have room to soak in a nice rain, as will all the other dryland crops. The clutch so it's not pumping anymore. This gauge here, that would kill the engine if I had this plugged in. This here sedan grass around the place is really regrown, so we baled this, I don't know, like 3 weeks ago. The new fall pears out here, they're gonna have some good eating until they go to the double crop feed after wheat. This should work pretty good. Grazing this regrowth. Some years we'd be worried about nitrate problems with the good rain we have had. It's been getting a little dry, but we're not too worried about it.
This pen here just fed. They are all the way on to grower 1 now. They're done with starter. But this guy is back. So I'm gonna slowly take him out the back side of the pen, run him down to the chute. He's not causing any problems yet, so sometimes you go in here and they want to go and get mixed with the rest of the cattle, but this was an easy pull. Okay, there's my young heifer pairs that calved a little early, plus the 5 pair that I bought. They kind of match the same size. A little ahead of fall calving. I'll breed them maybe 3 weeks ahead of the rest of the fall calvers. So the bull will be here. We'll probably still wait till November. A lot of grass in this paddock that was hayed. And this is the regrowth since July, like 10th. It's really good. It's time to turn out these pears. Mom's all made it right out onto the sedan grass regrowth. The calves are going to take a little bit to figure that out, but not a big deal. I'll make it out there eventually. They'll probably eat for, half a week to a week before they ever really come back in for silage. All right, we're putting the spring pair, the 2 pastures together. This pasture here is on some sedan grass, and so there's plenty of eating for this second pasture to go together with them. I hold the first group over there. I was mixing cows and calves because these calves are pretty big. They'll be tough on the trailer. Need to haul 1 more load over there. So when I don't have the arrow clip that I can back up to a real tight alley, I tie a chain both the top and bottom. There's hooks here on the trailer. Fold open this gate and put it over to this one. This side just has the 1 chain, but get them loaded in here. The last few, I usually, if they're not one to go on, especially calves, I gotta squeeze those together and make a small little pod here. Move them onto the trailer. His boots are on the wrong feet too.
What do you guys think? Think they're pretty good soybeans?
Hello, here, Daddy.
Well, thanks.
We are breaking into this new cane silage. It's good stuff. Smells pretty good. Got my maintenance done on my loader and my feed wagon yesterday, so I got all the greasing and checked all the levels and stuff. It is a K-State game day today, so I'm getting my morning chores done. I'm gonna go check one pasture, and I'll be leaving evening chores for Greg, because Greg got to go to the game in Ireland. I'll go to the game in Manhattan. I'll have a little less travel time, and hopefully we get the W when I'm there, because we took the L last week, so go Cats. There's a nice pair here, but they got themselves separated from the rest of the group. They're in their own paddock and they're not on the sedan. I gotta chase them around the corner and way back over there. There's a home-raised heifer. Might keep her heifer as well. And a nice looking heifer calf. So that's how much of the sedan millet turnip radish blend they've already eaten. Interesting thing is there's tons of grass here, but it's all mature. And they won't really eat this until they've totally grubbed that to the dirt, I suppose. I was hoping this would grow a little bit more, but it doesn't seem like it's going to grow. Stay ahead of them at all. All right, these 4 have all calved in the last 36 hours. I have 2 to tag. They're right in here hanging out with the forage harvester. And I have 1 more out in the pen. The pen got a little muddy, so we put straw in it. But we still put them in here for the time being. But the sun is out, and it's a beautiful day now. Beautiful day. We just need to dry some pens a little bit. I brought them feed in those tubs because they don't have a bunk line in here. And there's water in the black one. We'll put them out with the pairs tomorrow. Okay, I got the red one tagged. This one I'd already tagged before I left the pen. This guy's cozy. That was my first mom to calve last year, was number 19.3. This year she was like past number 20, but she calved in August both times. So we just had a lot come in August this year. We had all them 2-year-olds and red heifers come so early. They'll go out on the sedan this afternoon, putting them in this holding pen so that they find themselves, they're together, and then they'll go out on the big 25-acre. Always a little slow moving 1 to 3 day olds, but to get them in the best place for them to thrive is worth it. I had to pull that little calf out of its mama this morning. It's been up and I've seen it nursing now. Gotta get a tag in it. They've got a lot of eating out here. There's some real tall stuff. I was planting in the slough. Some of that went underwater. This stuff has been hayed once and regrew, so that's how tall it is compared to the sidekick. Some of that stuff's taller than the sidekick for sure. But there's a 30 pair out here now, and about 5 more added every 48 hours. We get this early September, we should get 2 calves a day. So way out here in the middle, I guess I'm pretty pleased without adding any fertilizer of the growth we've had. It's pretty thick out here, and the turnips and radishes are starting to come on. Oh, that one's still pretty small. Oh, that's a pretty average size one, I guess. There'll be a lot of eating. The other year we did this 100-acre field, we did like 8 paddocks or something. But I don't think I have the ability to do that this year. A pass with the wire. Let's get started fencing this. We'll at least do a 50-50 split. We'll just graze it once and then flip-flop them. This field raised 65 bushel wheat, and so that took a lot of the fertility out of the ground. We're just gonna let the cows munch on whatever grew here from that 9, 4, 1.5, 1.5 blend of sorghum sedan, grass, pearl millet. Let them graze it, and the cows will put the fertility back in the soil. trample some of it down, eat the leaves, leave some of the stalks, and it'll make a good corn seed bed for next year. And then we'll put fertilizer down with the corn. But the main thing that will be left for sure is carbon. Sorghum savan grass is a lot of carbon. And so that'll get cycling in the soil, but it really activates the biology when you have cows grazing this much biomass. And then of course cows produce really good fertilizer, phosphorus, and some nitrogen. So. Boy, that is some pretty double crop milo. Got a lot of potential. We've got a little water left to put on it.
We are fencing this cover crop blend. Kendal might have filmed rolling out the wire yesterday, but this will be grazed in the upcoming weeks here. This was the corn we chopped. Got the Kubota sidekick out here being my sidekick, hauling the fence posts. Usually we fence with 2 people, but everyone else was busy this morning, so I've just been getting steps in myself. But the Kubota is very nice for, I wouldn't want to be carrying all these by myself.
How did this guy manage to do something like this? He got between wires, over the pipe, under the wires. We decided last week it was worth putting the extra, 20 or so pounds these would gain, and the market hasn't crashed or anything, so I think it was a good decision. We got all that feed, so may as well sell a little bit heavier animal. They're actually going to go out of the pen with 1 person today, I think. Sometimes this pen 9, a big enough pen, takes 2 people, but we are, it's gonna be hard to get down to 60. Pretty big. We've got a load of superior calves coming in. That means they're all from 1 ranch. They're not from a sale barn. There's about 85 of them. So in order to make room for them, I do think we're gonna end up selling a load and a half this week instead of just 62, which is 1 semi-load. I think it'll be basically a load and then the stock trailer. So we could do 2 loads, 2 small loads with the pot, or make a load with the truck and trailer. Putting these ones back, these mediums, out of 9, and then we'll have 9 and 7 put together. And call the sale barn and update. I'd already consigned 62, but I better change my number. Operation, try to get these calves to be used to silage, so that in the next couple weeks when we wean, they're ready. Has begun.
Well, it's been 85 degrees, 90 degrees while we're fencing until now. We've got a pop-up storm. Our phones just buzzed. We're in some sort of warning.
Parked my feed wagon. Rain is a good sound on a tin roof. Little thunder. This was a real pop-up storm. It was 86 degrees, hot, and kind of dry all day. I went in the grain bin, came out, it was like 10 degrees cooler, and I got an alarm on my phone saying baseball-sized hail incoming. Now we're getting rain.
Southeast at 40 miles an hour. 2HL 60.
Hi.
Just when you're not sure what's there.
Well. The lighthouse over.
Wheat! Corn! Maize.
Yes,
That's, yeah, that's no different than...
yeah.
This guy, I think, here now, so this is where I spend most of my time.
Yes.
Yeah, kind of, we started off with the 4 bays with the brown shade and extended out to this section. It could be tough going.
It does kind of distort a little bit. Yeah. Oh, okay.
But he tried them. So hopefully this part in the camera. I'm like, it's not actually that green, but.
What do you think? Thanks for watching, everyone. Check out our music videos linked in the description. You can also follow us on Facebook, Instagram, TikTok, Twitter, Snapchat, and explore our website, www.petersonfarmbrothers.com. See you guys next time.